Welcome back to the show.
We didn't decide who will say it, so we'll both say it together.
So you are watching Morning Thailand. It's breakfast news, breakfast, whatever it is that we try to conceptualize it.
Right.
Oh, no, we try to. Anyway, I'm mumbling. Let's go to the first news of this break. Yesterday, we were talking about this very famous business and property developer, Ekkayuth and Chanbut. And today, we have a little more updates on his disappearing.
He is found?
No.
Okay.
So it's just a little update. A little more information that they were suspect that the main suspect in his missing case is the driver,
right,
which was or is still very close aid to Mr. Ekkayuth. But last heard from him, he was with this driver in particular. So the additional information we have is before all this haywire happened, Mr. Ekkayuth actually fired a woman that believed to be a girlfriend of this driver because he said she's still $1 million baht.
How on
I don't know, it just sounds all convenient. $1 million there, 5 million here.
I know, what kind of business does he do?
Obviously handling a lot of cash flying around. So they believe this might be part of the reason. Police still say that it's either business or personal conflict.
Sorry, that's his son, by the way.
So made me curious, what else could it be? This is doesn't mean anything narrowed down when the police said it's either business or personal conflict. Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he is still missing. The police raided the house of the fathers of the driver in Pathalung and found no car, no cash, not the guy. So they're still scrambling around and couldn't find anything. And they right now set up a lot of checkpoints, especially around Pathalung, which is the driver hometown. Hopefully they will find him there because they said that they checked the GPS of Mr. Ekkayuth's cell phone, and that's the last spot they see around Pathalung.
Technology comes in very convenient, isn't it?
I would say actually Thai police is really good. It's just a matter of how much attention they give to some specific case, I would say.
That's true. That's true.
Because they're actually really, really good.
So I guess that they're trying to show us the route where they took from Suvarnabhumi Airport, going to Surat Thani and ended up in Pathalung.
And the thing is, what I was going to say about this police checkpoint. The thing is, his son came out and said that he is very worried. He just want to hear if the guy's alive and safe.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. Remember that he might call in.
Yesterday it was his sister,
right,
that said that the last time she heard from him was through the phone, asking her to do some catch business for him.
Right.
But yesterday afternoon, it was his son that come out and plead to hear from his dad.
Well, if he's alive, he should contact someone by now. I mean, this has been in the news it's quite big.
There is some rumor that the police actually have this driver in custody, Mr. Sanipap, in custody already, but it's unconfirmed.
Okay.
Nothing is confirmed, so the news still in the middle of scrambling around.
Yeah, I love it how nothing is confirmed or the number is classified or it hasn't been in the report yet.
And it's still the news, and
exactly.
people just gonna keep speculating.
But we'll keep on keeping tab on this particular
I believe if they have him in custody, it will be really big news, and they couldn't keep it secret. So I believe
because the press is actually as good as the police. Let me tell you. So
I believe he's still out there somewhere.
So talking about 5 millions. What about 20 millions? Now I'm talking about...
What is it about cash these days so easy to find?
I know, 20 millions. Now, this has been in the news, of course, if you look back on a Black May on, 2011, where there's chaos took place and there was a burn down of the famous
Department
shopping mall,
store.
department store, the Central World, and someone burned it down. Now, of course, Kun Thaksin Shinawatra, which is the prime minister, our prime minister's brother, and also the former prime minister, came out and said earlier on, way back when, that he will actually offer 20 million baht for whoever could indicate or locate the person who. Hello, you can't make an easy 20 million. I wasn't even there. Now, that's probably easier. I mean, if you have a tip, give it to the police, because there's a picture, you're not going to get it. Okay. 20 million, okay? In Khao Sot newspaper, they say that police general Kamronwit Thup Krachang, he came out and actually showed 20 million baht in cash, just display there. And he said that Kun Pan Thong Tae, which is Prime Minister's former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra's son, is the one that gave it to the police and said that here you are, this is 20 millions. You know, my dad actually kept his word. Yep. And actually, it doesn't look, it's 20 millions. It looks quite not that big. I thought 20 millions would look a lot bigger.
That's a lot of money anyway.
Right.
And I insist when Nasan Krung actually at false.
Oh, whatever. There's probably there should be punishment for people who doing false.
How do they know it's false?
Implication. I wasn't there.
You weren't there?
No, I wasn't there. Let's move on to another case.
Okay. Yesterday we were talking about this 120 luxury cars or supercars that has been confiscated this year alone by DSI.
Right.
So somehow yesterday afternoon there is this list of registration came out of 488 cars. Mind you, this is not the name of anything illegal. But they say they're gonna put this name out there because this is the name of the owner of a car that worth 4 million baht or more.
Oh.
Personally, I think they shouldn't show these names.
Well, that's true because you don't know yet.
Because they're not at fault yet. They presume innocence. And Tariq Pengdit said himself that that this is just the name of the person that owned a car that worth 4 million baht or more, not the car that has anything false with it. Yet, all these 488 names or cars is under investigation throughout the process of either importing or assemble in Thailand or asking for registration or install the alternative gas and fuel or whatever
just
it is.
To get away from the tax.
And yesterday we were talking about the tax that is 200%. Actually the tax can go up to 314%.
And people would still buy that car? Seriously?
That's why they have right now, I don't know how many, 100,000 out there that are believed to be illegally imported or illegally assembled or registered. So this 488 car is the number they get from registration since October 1st, 2011 until May 31st, 2013. And the DSI director actually said that he believed initial investigation said that he believed there is 100 custom official and 30 transportation department official involved in all this custom or tax fraud. 130, I thought it would be more, but this is a lot already.
It's probably more, trust me. When they give the number, it's always more.
130, it's a lot already, and there will be more.
Right.
And that's the update.
And I think you say that 205 of them in Nonthaburi
Yes, 205 of them in Nonthaburi and 71 of them in Bangkok, the rest like scattering around the country.
I would think that they would be in Bangkok,
Maybe Bangkok is more obvious. Maybe they have to look at the transportation or custom department in Nonthaburi already.
That's true. That's a good point.
I couldn't say anything for certain because everything is still under investigation, but that's all we know.
So let's move on very quickly. Here I have another news in terms of yesterday we were talking about the rice pledging scheme and how the whole thing was kind of like and we even Kun Chen even give us a little bit of the analysis in terms of what would happen and what could be done, so on and so forth. However, today they come out another news in terms of the cabinet that has been meeting yesterday. They say that they ordered the Commerce Ministry to allocate a revolving fund of 500 billion baht to buy paddies from the farmers.
Okay.
Yes, and this is under the rice pledging scheme. So at this point, the BACC or the Bank of Agriculture and Agricultural Cooperatives said that 500 billion baht revolving fund was nearly exhausted already because, as you know, the price that they bought from the rice from the farmer is quite high in terms of the market price compared to the market price. That is, they said that at this point the Democrat Party also come out and we talked about how the numbers came out and the Democrat Party said there's a lot of losses in terms of this particular policy, and of course the Pheu Thai Party, the Kun Phrampong Noparit, the spokesperson, also came out and say, I would like an investigation for the former government as well, because they have similar situation going on there, the policy, not the rice pledging scheme. They're doing a little bit different there, and they say that
they have the rice guarantee,
something like
the
that,
rice price guarantee
which
program,
is a little bit lower than what the current government is given to the farmer right now. And they say that Kun Phrampong Noparit has given Kun Tharit Phengdit, the DSI chief, all this information and asked the DSI to look after this and see whether or not the numbers that the Democrat Party has given for the previous year when they were working on the program was actually correct, because he said that there's information that is actually the losses is a lot more than has been reported by the Democrat Party.
2.6 billion.
Yeah.
Well, actually, in the Commerce Minister defense, he said that since there are a bunch of rices in stock, so he cannot really say that they lost yet.
Oh.
So in other words, it's not all concluded, it's not end yet, so you cannot really say that we lost.
But don't forget, these are not non-perishable goods.
Yes.
These are easily could gone bad.
And it's not wine or cheese, or not wine that it's
that is better with age. I don't think rice would be better with age. So so that's the latest updates in terms of the rice pledging scheme. I think the two political parties probably go heads on at this point, trying to get to the bottom of this. We're going to take another short break, but we'll come back with more of the news.